It's a tough weekend to be Irish, Frank.
Very tough weekend.
Football, rugby, Shane Lowry. But we got our little Christmas present this morning.
We did.
It's kind of like a bit of sort of a womb-like thing to bring you comfort to the hat.
Yeah. I actually would like to go back into the womb.
It's like someone kind of hugging your head.
Yeah, it is a little head hug after what we have just watched.
It was incredible.
It was
a really incredible piece of TV.
Oh my! It was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, every moment of it was incredible.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this show, that when you get episodes like that, it can have a physical effect on you watching it. You were just so wound up.
I am still not right after it now.
Yeah. No, I had to sit down and
there's just so many
have
bits.
A nice cup of tea, a nice cup of Horlicks afterwards.
Oh, I could do with a cup of tea myself.
I was fucking shaking pressing the play button on my Sky remote control this morning. I was just like, what is about to happen here? And it didn't stop. I think I exhaled when the Knights of the Vale rode in to that battle scene. I think I finally just exhaled and said, thank.
I don't think I've ever seen a better battle scene.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have either.
Ever.
It was a different level. Like since maybe Braveheart. I suppose Braveheart kind of the first one of those sort of big medieval battle scenes that we saw.
Yeah.
And then loads of films bloody copied it, and loads of TV shows. But there was something about this one that was just insane.
What was it for you now? Because I was wondering.
For me, it was the preamble leading up to it. It was the two of them meeting out in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
And when he said, right, let's you and me just have it out. No, we don't need 1,000 people. Don't need to die. Let's you and me have it out. And I was just thinking, Ramsay's going to hop off the horse. Jon Snow's slightly weakened because he's been brought back from the dead.
Yeah.
And this is not good. Then they went the separate ways. Then it shows the two battles. Just before we get to that, there was the whole scene back at the camp with Jon Snow, Sansa, Sir Davos, looking at the whole thing. And it's really kind of, I think with this episode, it sort of felt like the bullshit had stopped.
Yeah.
It's like, this is now massive crunch time. You know what's at stake for these characters. And when he's even talking to Melisandre, and he goes like, what kind of god would do that? And she goes, the god that we've got.
Now, the greatest moment for me in it was Jon Snow. When it became apparent that he wasn't in control of what was happening, I thought it was just beautifully done.
That whole scene with the bodies piling on top of him and him being smothered on the ground, I found that physically difficult to watch. I
didn't think he was going to die though. Did you think he was going to die?
I kind of had this weird idea that, this is Game of Thrones being the fucking difficult bastards that they are, and they're going to kill Jon Snow under a pile of bodies with the measly army that he gathered. It's going to be some poetic symbolism of how he died and stuff like this. And I just thought, I don't believe that, please. And they're being backed against that big mountain of bodies at the back.
Yeah.
I mean, and Tormund even then, it takes a bit of a hit, and you can just see the fear in his eyes, because that was the other thing when they're back at the camp and they're trying to explain a pincer movement to him.
Yeah.
And he hasn't a clue. He's like, what? And then he's like, I'm going to get pissed now tonight for battle. And I just kept thinking about Prince Oberyn, the fight against the mountain.
Yes.
The trial by combat. And Oberyn drinking the wine before that. I just thought, no, stop drinking, get a good night's sleep, please.
But I have to say, I genuinely, there was a certain moment in that battle when he got up off the horse and the two horses collided, the war started. And I thought, right, he is not going to die. And they're making it apparent he is not going to die. And even as he's been pushed back under the bodies, I felt that was his way of being protected. Somehow the Lord of Light was just saving him.
When they got into the keep, when 1-1 the Giant burst through the door, poor old 1-1, we're going to miss him, aren't we?
Yeah,
amazing.
What a legend.
Amazing.
The protector, really and truly. Yeah.
There was a great tweet someone put out that said, some heroes hold the door, other heroes bash through the door. It would have been a killer if Ramsay Bolton died, falling off a tower, or a stray arrow or something like that, or just an arrow through the head, and that's it. They had to do that for the fans.
Yeah,
the fans
they really
deserved
did.
it. They really deserved it.
We all wanted blood, and even the punching, we were thinking, the punching isn't enough. Go on, sorry.
When that was happening, the punching, we've got sort of a foot cushion thing, I was actually punching.
The exact same thing. I was doing the exact same thing. Oh man.
Yeah. But every punch Jon Snow landed, it was like me punching his.
Yeah, he was
his face.
That it could provoke that reaction. Like, and to
yeah.
be sitting there and when the dogs are coming and going,
Yeah.
it's the perfect way for him to go. Is by his own dogs.
We have to talk about Ramsay. I mean, has there been a worse bad guy in the history of fucking drama?
No.
I don't think there has been. I think he is the pinnacle of bad guys.
Yeah, he was sensational. What I was going to say was, that, you know, when the battle came along, I was thinking, well, how can they really make him worse? Like, what can they do here to keep this evil thing going that he's got going on? And I thought, the piece of rope and Rickon, I mean, what?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was just. It was amazing, as I said. Like, you know, just Sansa's pragmatism, going, you know, we've lost Rickon.
Yeah.
We're not going to save him. You don't know this guy like I know him.
Yeah.
But an amazing bad guy, played brilliantly by Ewan Rion, a Welsh actor, and he's just been excellent from the start. And just that smile, that kind of snaky, horrible smile, just. Oh, it's
a
just
psychopath
incredible.
as good as you've ever seen.
Yeah, really superb.
Yeah.
And even at the end, when his face has been busted in, he's still just kind of smiling with it. And then when he's at the kennel, it's like, "Hello, Sansa. Is this where I'll be staying now?" Oh, he's just like to the end.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I mean, there's some people on Twitter were saying that, you know, as soon as he said earlier in the battle, "My dogs haven't eaten for 7 days." That, I knew that. Yeah. I didn't get that. I wasn't necessarily didn't link that up. But it is a beautifully ironic way for him to die. And
it is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's 3 years in the making. The death of Ramsay.
It kind of showed. You know, it was just beautiful little details, and him saying, "Oh, they'll never kill me. They're loyal to me." Yeah, but you know, difference between a dog and a wolf is 7 days without food. You know?
Yeah.
You killed our wolves. We're gonna let your wolves kill you. Magic stuff. Yeah, and I mean, you know, Rickon did die, but it kind of wouldn't be in a season of Game of Thrones if a Stark didn't die. You sort of feel at this stage, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we didn't really know him,
dum. Another Stark bites the dust. Dum.
Oh, that's good now. I'll give you that now.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I stayed up all night working on that.
Yeah.
And Sansa just saying, you know, no one's gonna ever remember you. We're wiping you off the face of the earth here, you piece of scum. You know.
Very powerful.
And her smile.
And even her smile, the strength of women. Obviously, we're probably going to talk about that. But the women characters leading everything.
And it was kind of a theme in the episode a bit, because you saw Yara meeting Daenerys.
Yeah.
A little bit of a lesbian flirtation going on there.
I'm open to anything.
And Dany liked it. Yeah. Dany was like, whoa, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yara, what did Yara say? She said...
I'm up to a bit of anything.
That's right. She's like, will you demand the same? Referring to his big cock. I never demand, but I'm up for anything, really. And Daenerys gave a little bit of a...
Yeah.
You play your cards right, you know.
Definitely in my head she did, and your head by the sounds of it. So
yeah. But possibly in our fantasy cortexes, it possibly does. But that was a really good scene too. And I mean, the thing at the start, I thought it was nice for them to not end a fucking episode with Daenerys and the dragons. Just to start with one.
Yeah.
Say, right, let's quit the bullshit here. Dragons, sort that out. And let's, you know, get a team of people together. Let's get the Greyjoys aligning with Daenerys.
Yeah.
And Tyrion, you know, I thought like he'd be in trouble after, you know, the slave masters had arrived and were sacking the city, and I thought Daenerys was going to say, you know, you're fired, you're a shitty fucking advisor. But he actually gave her a really good piece of advice. And I liked
was it him who came up with the strategy? I didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, she was like, you know, let's burn them all. And he's like, yeah, well, your fucking dad, the Mad King, said something similar, you know.
Yeah.
Do you really want to be like him?
Yeah, okay, that was nice.
Yeah, so that
there's no way anything was going to happen to Tyrion anyway. Like,
no,
there's no way.
Don't fucking touch Tyrion.
Yeah.
Don't touch him.
Oh, it was a brilliant start, and seeing the three dragons, it's been together. It was.
It's the first time in years, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
like flying around together. They must be hungry now at this stage.
Well, you would have thought like they would have gone and started eating a few bodies, like. No?
Yeah. I'm a bit confused by that, because did we not see a few episodes ago see Tyrion releasing those dragons?
Why didn't they leave at the time? I didn't understand that.
Maybe they didn't leave the door open for them. But why would he go in, risk his life just to take...
Well, should they busted their own way out, like, so they were able to get out. They obviously didn't want to get out.
Took the bloody time.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
It was strange that now, yeah.
Maybe they're waiting for the other lad, Drogon, to, I don't know, call them or do some dragonly. Guys, but help here.
Well, it did seem like there was a bit of a call, actually. Wasn't
Yeah.
there a squeak or a squeal in the air?
Louder and probably deeper and more terrifying. But
Oh, that's
that
pretty
kind
good
of-
now. Go again.
That's what they do, you know.
Oh.
What's happening with the Red Witch? We've seen her. I mean, the whole season started with her a bit of a crisis of confidence, but she did bring Jon Snow back from the dead. She seems to be quite lost. I mean, she looked at Jon Snow and said, "You know, this is the god that we've got.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's up to. If I'm able to do something amazing, it's only because he wants, and his intentions might not be great."
Yeah, you just have to deal with this.
We
yeah.
haven't a fucking clue. And then we saw at the end, we saw like Sir Davos going over to the gravesite of Stannis' wife and daughter.
You get the impression that Davos is going to exact a little bit of revenge now.
There's going to be and you'd think, you know, after all they've been through, can we just put that aside? Let bygones be bygones. Why can't we all get along, you know?
I think it's quite impressive that they didn't let that go. You know, that scene is whatever it was last season, but it's been a long time since there's been talk of it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly for that to come back into it, I really like that.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's a
There's
good
no
man,
forgetting.
Davos.
He is a good Davos.
He's one of the few guys on who's got like a very set moral compass, but he's no bum either. Like.
Nothing was gained from the daughter's death that you can really see.
No.
You know, so maybe he's going, well, I mean, what is the sacrifice? Why was that sacrifice worth anything? You know. So.
Yeah. But I mean, this is the woman who brought Jon Snow back from the dead, who
Yeah.
won the war, led them into battle, led them to victory. You know, let it go, Davos. Come on, let it go. So yeah, he gave her a dirty look when they were back in Winterfell. Really nice seeing the Stark banner.
Oh, I love
Back in
seeing that.
Winterfell. It was a
Yeah,
nice feeling,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long journey, like
It
for that to
has
happen. Yeah.
a really long journey, and I think this is why this probably go down as one of people's favourite ever episodes of it, because it just felt like order had been restored, justice had been delivered. The Starks were back in Winterfell after all the shit George R. R.
We've
Martin's
all
put them
been through a journey, like
Yeah.
you know. People watching this, because I have been through a journey and seeing that flag coming down, you're just
Yeah.
going,
And
Nice.
there's a chance that, you know, Arya could rock up next week.
yeah.
Now we don't know yet. I mean, she's all the way over in Davos, so she's got to travel over to Westeros, then all the way up north. Might take her a lot. Might be next season before we see her back
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Yeah.
I did at one stage think, is she gonna run out of the trees here and rescue Jon Snow? And then
With her little needle.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe
A
a
girl is going to kick ass.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a superb episode.
It
was just.
This is
fucking-
absolutely everything going for it. But
And-
the tension is still the fucking tension is in my body.
It was
from it.
white knuckle stuff.
Yeah.
It was really just. It was insane.
I think I might watch it again, actually.
I think I will watch it again. Will it be easier second time round? I don't know. I watched The Viper on the Mountain a second time round. And
Did you?
And I watched The Red Wedding a second time round. I don't know if it's any easier. I don't know.
Oh, that's great, though, as well.
Yeah, sure, yeah. The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to stand trial and profess your guilt or innocence before the Seven?
We need to trust each other. We have so many enemies now.
The Freys and the Lannisters send their regard.
What do you want?
I thought you knew what I wanted.
Tell him what you did to her. Tell him!
Are you afraid? Good. You're in the great game now. And the great game is terrifying.
Yeah. They're gonna. They're
There's
not,
just so much, isn't
they're
there?
not going to ease off on the gas next week.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Ah, man, a little hug?
Yeah.
a little hug, yeah.
The last one.